acne after PCT. We're in London. We were at the Body Power Expo this weekend where you guys asked us a ton of questions and we're now answering them in detail through videos. We had a fan come up who had acne still 4 months after they did PCT. Now PCT is post-cycle therapy. It's after someone runs a steroid or other compound that causes suppression of our natural testosterone, like even SARMs in high dosages. You do the PCT to get your hormones stabilized. And then usually people get acne right after the cycle, maybe even during PCT while their hormones are still normalizing. So it's rare for someone to still have acne months after they do PCT. Usually by then their body's normalized. Coach Trevor, why do you think that someone would still have acne so many months after they've done PCT?
Two of the biggest reasons is one, maybe their PCT, wherever they were getting their things from, maybe weren't effective, or lower dose, they weren't taking enough. And then that's taking enough. Two is hitting it aggressively enough. And I always talk about taking a lot more Clomid than most people talk about, taking a lot more HC, but just shorter time periods. So one of those two would be the biggest reason why. Because when you come off, if your PCT didn't do its job and you haven't hit it again, what happens is you have certain things suppressed. Certain hormones are suppressed now. And when one hormone's suppressed, another one is being increased at the same time, trying to make up for this. And a lot of things that happen is the conversion to estrogen and DHT. So the two biggest is your DHT and estrogen. So one of those are going high.
And another cause could be that the acne was caused by the imbalance of hormones, but then the acne becomes its own beast because it becomes infected, bacteria grows, and the inflammation just doesn't go away. So sometimes it can be long-lasting acne even after the hormones have normalized, and it might be some other issue, like you need to dry it out, you need to drain it, you need to get on an antibiotic. So there are some other possibilities. Let's assume that the hormones are out of whack. Doing another PCT would, making sure you have legitimate compounds to run in the PCT, that the Clomid, the HCG, the tamoxifen, Nolvadex, or whatever you're going to run during PCT is legit. And then also, what about DHT? What do we do about that?
The one I hate most, and that's finasteride, because of how important DHT is. But for some people, DHT causes this and ruins them. So not taking a lot of finasteride, but taking just enough to get back into balance. And one thing that I always tell people, when you're doing this, one of the best things you could ever do for acne is the tanning bed. And even though tanning bed causes cancer, it's not that it just dries you out. The tanning bed and the UV lights, and what that causes your skin with vitamin D, which is one of the most important nutrients you can have for your skin with like vitamin E. When you get under those UVA and UVB lights, one, it dries you out, but two, when we always talk about equilibrium in your body, it's basically giving you the nutrients for equilibrium in your skin and balance and dealing with bacteria and those things. So that's something they could always add too.
All right, so it's managing the testosterone, managing the estrogen, the DHT, getting it back in range by getting the blood work done and seeing what's out of whack and then fixing it with these other compounds, maybe the tanning bed, maybe Accutane for extreme situations, and I think that's about it.
Yeah, because you will see on there, if your testosterone or estrogen's low, you will see the markers. You have your LH, you can go as far as your FSH, all these different stimulating hormones, you will see the underlying cause. So you should know what's happening. If your testosterone's low and your estrogen's high, that means your body's testosterone is getting converted via the aromatase enzyme. So that's how you're going to take care of that issue. And all these things are going to tell you right there on your blood work, and you'll know for sure what to do next time. And that's what happened in Jay's case.
Be swole and swole, my friends, the freedom pioneers of human evolution.